All right, let's get started here. We're live. Let me check if things are okay. We're live here and live here as well. Cool. Hey everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Demian Borba here. Let's see if things are good. I'll keep an eye on both chats here for us to talk. I'm seeing Braulio there. Hey, Yan Pao. How are you guys doing today? So happy to be back here after a while, after Max and so many announcements, so many big things, new features, a lot of improvements in prototyping, and there's a lot more being done. So I'm happy to be back here to talk with you guys, get your feedback, bring it back to the team, and show some stuff. So show some good things. And I feel there's so much being shown right now for XD. In the beginning, it was just like a small marketing team and me and Lindsay. Now we have so many amazing people helping share the message, not only from Adobe like Paul Trenny or Howard Pensky, all the live streams from Michael Chase. There's a lot of things there, as well as a lot of content being created from the community. So thank you so much for doing that. This is great, and I think the more XD gets popular and all that, we're gonna see a lot more things. So again, just to let you know, my name is Demian Borba. I work on the strategic development team at Adobe in California, and my goal is really to speak with key customers, enterprise customers, and you guys, the community, to bring all that feedback back to the product team. I was one of the first product managers there when the team was small. Now the team is bigger. There's a lot being done, and this is a door for you guys to bring, to send questions, bring feedback, and I'll take it all back to the product team in San Francisco. So please send me all the feedback, all the questions. Have you played with XD before? Have you seen the new set of features that we have there in XD? A lot of new features, over 60 features so far this year, and we have a lot more in the works. So let me check. First of all, let me know where you're tuning in from, your country, your city, your role. I see here people from, let's see. Hey Scott, good to see you again. Nate, hi Nate. We have Gabrielle there supporting the chat. So any questions you have, feel free to ask there. Let's see on this side. Hey Razel, good seeing you here. Oz from Montreal, Utkarsh from India. So nice to see people from all over the world here talking with us. I'll keep an eye on the chat as we move forward here. Hey Jason, good to see you again. Thanks for the nice tweet. I think it was today or yesterday. That was super cool. Let me share my screen here and then we can get started. Let me see if things are fine. There we go. Sharing. Can you guys see my screen here? Just checking if things are fine. All right. Yeah, my screen is being shared. Very cool. Let's see if we have people from other countries. Yeah, Slovakia. Wow, that's awesome. We have also people from Africa, Bangladesh. Wow, California, Ireland. Hey Pat from Ireland. Hey Dust 7241 from California. Awesome, Jason, California as well. Africa, so cool to see people from all over the world. Cool. Again, as I mentioned before, my name is Damian. I work on XD since the very beginning, since 2015, and there's a lot more features now. Almost 4 years later, there's a lot of progress, and there's a lot more progress being made right now. And I'll be showing you some stuff today. My goal today, starting today, is to cover some plugins. So extensibility is an area that I really like. I was one of the PMs in the very, very beginning for that. And I know that XD can do so much, but you will never do everything that you guys need. So since October, we have this set of amazing plugins available for XD. And my goal is to use the weekly live show here that we have every Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time to share some of the plugins that we have. So today I'll show 2 plugins, and next week another 2, and we're gonna keep going. And if you have plugin ideas, if you have plugins that you like, maybe even in other tools, let us know here, and we wanna learn from that as much as possible. We know that plugins can really help you do a lot more with specific workflows. So I would say XD does 80% of the job, and there's for the other 20%, there's a ton of plugins there that can help you. As a quick fun question here, how many plugins do you think are there for XD today in December 2018? How many plugins do you think we have in XD? And let's see if you guys get that number right. Awesome. Let's check the stream here. Yeah, Nate is saying that the rename it plugin is really great. Yeah, Rodrigo, the plugin developer, created another one called Artboards. What was the name of it? Let me check here very quickly. That's super cool, Artboard Plus, and we're gonna be covering those next week. So Artboard Plus and rename it in XD. Let's see if you guys get the number there. Let's see. Oh my God, Scott is saying 439. That's a lot of plugins. Not even close. Goodpaw 50, O's 12. Take a guess. Thanks, Gabriel, for sending the question. Yeah, just for fun here. So we announced the plugin API. We worked with a ton of different plugin developers, great plugin developers. And at Max, we announced 42 plugins. And as of today, we have 70 plugins, 70. So that's a lot of good plugins, very good plugins. And we're taking a deep look there and we're making sure they're good. And if you are a plugin developer or you know someone that could develop plugins, we have a fund for plugin developers that you can apply for, and maybe you can get funding to develop your plugin for XD. And it's there. So another thing, if you're interested in plugins, you can go to Adobe XD Platform.com, and here you can learn how to the plugins in XD work, how to create one. There's a lot of sample code there, great documentation that can help you learn and build plugins. And you can submit the plugin here as well. So a great resource. Some quotes from other plugin developers. Nice. And we hope to have more plugins as XD evolves. And again, we're really focused on quality and really solving the problems that you have as you work with daily challenges there in UI UX design. Cool. So let's get started here. So that was fun. Good numbers. Yeah, but the number is 70. It's a lot of plugins for me, and especially seeing very cool. Yeah, Jason got super close. Very cool. Hey, Chris, good seeing you here as well. Great people, great guys. All right, cool. Let's get started here. So before I talk about plugins, I just want to show a couple links to you guys. So the first one is, if you go to the blog.adobe.com/creative-cloud/XD, here's a place where you can learn everything about XD. So we're posting not only information about new features or how to do stuff, but this is also a place for other authors creating great content. For example, my manager here, Jay, wrote a very nice post about design systems, and there's a lot of course, news on how to use the features that we're announcing. So Alex, the designer behind prototyping and auto animate, contributed to this post. A lot of great information there. There's a lot of things. So just go to this link. Here's a place for you to learn not only about XD, but a lot about the discipline of UI UX design, in of course in the context of XD most of the time, but this can help you move fast and learn fast. Awesome. The other link that I'd like to show is that on Behance, we announced a new UI kit for so trying to make fun of some notifications that we see, the most popular notifications. You can download this UI kit for free. Very good UI kit, really well designed. Everything is vectors. I have it here in XD, so you can download created by Scott. And here you can see it's making some fun use here of very popular notifications that we get every day. So you can download it, you can use that, and Gabrielle is going to post the link there in the chat. So very, very useful, fun UI kit to use. Cool. The next thing I'd like to show, now my I'll get back to this in the end, but I'm giving away for 2 lucky designers. Every year I do this, so if all you gotta do is tweet Demian Borba, I want your Adobe XD kit because, and then you complete the phrase, be creative. I'm seeing a lot of very fun tweets already. And then in the end of this year, I will just randomly select a couple of winners there, so two winners, and you're gonna get a lot of amazing swag. So I kept collecting this throughout all the years. So beanies, socks, XD socks, the pillow, piles of stickers, not just 1 or 2 stickers, piles of stickers, and then the bags, pinners, notepad, this amazing stencils kit that Lindsay and the social team put together, the 99U magazine, it's all there. So just go to this link if you want and participate. It's fun, and 2 lucky designers will get that. And again, I'm seeing a lot of fun results there on the web already. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's it for news. Let's talk about plugins. So again, every Monday I'll be showing 2 plugins, and today I'll start with 2 plugins that I really like. One is called Google Sheets from Impeccable and Data Populator. So let's go to XD, and before I do anything here, I will just show you how to use plugins. So in XD, as you have XD open there, you can go to plugins, and here you can discover plugins. So that's the first place you gotta go to find plugins. So again, I said we have over 70 plugins today. This is all the plugins that I have installed already. I can update them all. I can even search for new plugins here. So this is a lot of very good plugins that can. This one, Color Blender, was designed by Talon and Peter during a live stream. Super cool plugin. You define the first and the last stop there, and then XD creates different steps to get to that. So almost like a gradient with different shapes. Very, very cool. We're starting to see some people creating plugins that export code based on the information that they have in the designs. So we're gonna go there and learn as we move forward. All right, so let's learn about the first plugin, and that's called Google Sheets. So again, you can go to plugins, discover plugins, you can search for Google Sheets, and then you can install. Very cool. I have it installed already. Let me see if we have any questions before I move forward. All right. No questions so far. All right, cool. Back to the design here. So the first plugin I'd like to show you is Google Sheets. So Google Sheet is this one, and if you want to know more about it, you can click here to see a tutorial. So Google Sheets there, and then you can learn how to, first of all, select there the link, and then you can load, you can map, and I'll show you the details, but this is a quick tutorial that guides you there, and then the help documentation there. And I have the website open here, and here you can see a video on how to use it. Pretty powerful and useful plugin. So we know that a lot of companies, they have copywriters creating content, text content, and maybe they live in a CSV, maybe they live in a Google Sheet. So here I have, let me use this section here. Here I have a Google Sheet link, and this link, I created this public Google Sheet with some titles here and links to images, right? Links to images. The only requirement so far on this plugin is that all the links, if you wanna bring images from Google Sheets, they have to be secure HTTPS, and that's there. All right, so I have text and I have links to images. Now with this link in memory, I can go to, let's say, a repeat grid. Here I have a set of, let me just show you the setup that I have. So here I have my layers panel, I have a card, and I have some elements. So this will be my title, this will be my description. And as you can see, this has the description title there. So it has the label to help me map with what's coming from that Google Sheet. So let me use the repeat grid here to create more elements. And I can adjust the padding here if I want. 8 is fine. And remember, the repeat grid, every time I make a change to one, all the others change. But again, in this repeat grid now, I have the labels there identifying each element here. Cool. So now with that grid selected and with that link, that public link in memory, I can go to Plugins, Google Sheets, paste public link, and I'll paste that link that I have in memory, continue. And now XD and the plugin is trying to map my XD layer label here, so instructor image, description, with that column name that I have on the spreadsheet. So I can change here if I want, but this is trying to map. I can even choose to randomize. So now it's all mapped, it's all good. So if I hit apply, this will bring content from that Google Sheet, and it will download the images for me. Pretty cool. And then if my copywriter changes this, let's say to programming, I can select this repeat grid again, plugins, Google Sheets, and then refresh content. So this will pull the changes from that Google Sheet. So again, every time I bring something into XD, it's part of the document now. And if I need to update, I can pull it again. And in this case, the Google Sheet plugin has this nice refresh content that remembers that link and will pull it from you. So not only text, but also images. Pretty useful. And another thing that I'd like to show is the use of CSV. Here I'm using this file. I don't know if you guys are noticing. This is a big file that I have on the whole design thinking exercise in XD. And just to give you, if you want to play with this file before I show the CSV, you can go to bit.ly/xd-workshop-video. And this is a workshop that I recorded. It's a little over 1 hour. And my goal here is really to empower you that want to learn about XD or you want to teach. The best way to learn something is teaching it, is by teaching it. That's how I see it. So I created this so you can learn how to deliver this workshop. You can download all the files here that are there. You can see the fonts and all the information is here. And then you can learn how to deliver the workshop. You can use the files, you can change the files, and you can deliver the workshop yourself. So feel free to do that. And if you do, and if you get feedback from your audience, please send it my way. I would love to see that feedback in the XD feedback you're getting. This is going to help us a lot. It's all here. Cool. All there for you guys. All right, so here I have in design thinking, one step is ideation, and in the diverge phase of ideation, you get to tons of ideas, right? So in our exercise, this real exercise, we got to in a CSV, we got to 96 ideas. So one column is the idea number and the other column is idea. So 1, 2, 3, all the numbers here and all the ideas here on the other side. So it's a CSV, it's a local CSV. Now I have these three elements, a text, and a rectangle. I'll use the repeat grid here to create more elements. I'll do 10 and a bunch of elements there. Then in the repeat grid, as you know, you can have unique content, Adobe XD, but it would be awesome to bring content from a CSV. If you select the repeat grid and you see I name the elements the same way I have there on the CSV. If you select the repeat grid, go to plugins, Google Sheets, and then you load a CSV. I can select that from a local file and then open. The plugin will do the same. We'll try to map the layer name here in XD with the column name there in the spreadsheet in the CSV. Then if I hit apply, all the numbers are populated here and all the content is populated here. So pretty useful. You can see it's all here up until 96. So this is how you can bring content from CSVs and Google Sheets using this amazing plugin called Google Sheets. All right, the next plugin I'd like to show you is this plugin called Data Populator. So Data Populator is similar but a little different in the sense that it's almost like you create variables in your design and then the plugin will replace the little variable there by real content. So what I did here is I installed the plugin. It's called Data Populator. Then I clicked here on Need Help, and here you're taken to their website where you can see how to install the plugin. You can even download a sample exercise file, and I have the file open here. Let me see if I have any questions before I move forward. All right, no questions here. All good so far. I'm seeing people asking for the CSV file and that big file, the design file. It's all there in my, if you go to that link here on YouTube, bit.ly/xd-workshop-video. Here you can download all the files, including the CSV, including the Google Sheet link. It's all there. Just download it. It's 50 megabytes. It's all there for you. All right, back to Data Populator, the second plugin. Awesome plugin, very useful. And the way this one works is you can bring content from local JSONs. You can even reach to APIs that return JSON. And then you can see the key and then get the value by calling the key. So here I have, for example, a JSON that will be populated via a URL. And in my design, and this is why this is a little more flexible if you want to get pieces of your design. The Google Sheets brings everything, right? It brings everything to your design. Here you can say, okay, this is going to be my variable first name. This is going to be my variable last name. And then you'll be replaced by whatever it's coming from that API call. All right, so here I have a placeholder for images. And if you see the layers panel here, the layers also have the curly brace. So you can have, every time we need to make something a variable, we just add curly braces to it. As you can see there. Very cool. And you can learn a lot more about that. So with that first link, the content, this guy here, full data.json, I'll copy that. I'll select this repeat grid. Then I will go to plugins, Data Populator. I will populate from URL. And this is a pretty powerful plugin. I hit load here and it's now making that API call. And if everything works fine, that API will return a JSON. And here you can see all the keys and all the values. So remember we had, for example, first name there. you can see first name is here, last name is here. And then if I hit populate, it did not match this one. Let me try another example. I'll try the second example. That's kind of, it has nice images as well. So here I copy that URL that they suggest there, select the repeat grid, plugins, data populator, populate from URL, and let's make that API call here. And you'll see that the key and the value will come, and then you can, if you have the same layer name there, sorry, not the layer name, but the curly brace, it could be the layer name, but the curly brace and the text there, you will see first name, and let's try to populate now. It's bringing all that content. You see all the text came and all the images were downloaded as well. So this is pretty powerful. You have more flexibility because you can define within the same text area, you can have specific variables that will change based on what's coming from that API call. So that's data populator. And again, you can load from API calls like this. You can load from local JSONs. Pretty useful plugin, and they will keep improving every time there's an update there. So 2 plugins covered today: Google Sheets, Data Populator. Amazing plugins, almost like that initial idea of designing with data that we had so long ago, and now it's a reality via plugins here. All right, let's see if we have questions or feedback. There's one question here from Jake saying, unrelated to the stream, but are you guys bringing AutoAnimate to publish prototypes, web links? The answer is yes. We are working on that as we speak, and in a very near future, you'll be able to see all the AutoAnimate animations that you create in XD desktop also running on the web. So that's almost there. Stay tuned. It's coming in a future update. Let's see here if we have more questions before we wrap up. All right. Very cool. That's pretty much it, guys. I wanted to show 2 plugins and a ton of links. I see some good questions here. Again, if you have more questions in the future, feel free to ask. This is really for you guys. I'll be back next week with 2 plugins, Artboard Plus and Rename It from Rodrigo, awesome developer, also Brazilian. And then we're gonna every week we're gonna cover 2 plugins, and there's a lot of plugins there to be discovered. And if you have plugin ideas, feel free to send it our way, and we'll go from there. It was great talking to you guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.